go.
Full send.
Okay, I'm recording. Well, welcome to the midweek check-in. Thank you for listening. I don't know when you'll listen to this. We're behind. We've got about 6 episodes to upload, but thank you. We appreciate it. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Listen, some other things I've never heard of that Devin has got us into. We're on YouTube, all that good stuff.
Some backdoor Russian sites.
Like Stitcher and I don't know. We're being listened to all over the world, which is cool. I don't know if it's
there you go.
Dude or Grid or
doesn't matter.
Really, we're just yeah. But really, we're just kind of doing all this stuff on the fly. So we'll get better. But Matthew, we haven't talked to you in a long time.
Up?
How are you?
It's been a hot minute, man.
You are drastically falling behind on the miles. How do you feel about it?
I know. It's kind of hard. It's frustrating because I'm not always out running that much anymore. I try to run, and sometimes when I do run, if I don't bring my phone or I don't remember to turn the app on or whatever, it's like, oh shit, you know. I stopped wearing my watch. It kind of gave me a rash on my wrist. I don't know if it's because I was just wearing it all the time and I wasn't taking it off enough or not. I don't know, but I stopped wearing it. So now I don't record my steps on the app anymore. So even if I bring the app up, it's like, oh, you stepped 75 times today. And it's like, well, I've been up since 7 a.m. and it's now 7 p.m. But
turn it on in the morning.
I know. I just gotta, wake up, turn the app on, and just walk around all day.
How you doing?
We did. However, the family and I went out and bought bikes to go for rides. So I have been wearing it. I rode today. I think I did 5.8 miles on the bike today. And I'm going to try and do that more often because I enjoy riding a bike much more than I enjoy running. So that's basically where I'm at right now.
Hurts my testicles.
Yeah.
Well,
too
really
much.
My prostate more than my testicles, but
I have been doing a lot of weightlifting and CrossFit type stuff. I've been trying to build up my muscular endurance that way. So I have been slacking on the running, so to speak.
Well, we've got a built-in excuse. Brandon.
Yo.
What have you been up to?
I've been rucking quite a bit. I've been digging it. And I'm glad to see that you're doing it, Nolan. That's fantastic news.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get my dad to do it. He's a long-time track, cross-country, Ironman athlete. And, sadly, I don't, want to – it's already depressing enough. But after I got married, one of my dad's best friends that was at our wedding, who he cycled with. And, my dad was a 300 to 400 mile a week cycling guy. He died tragically he was hit by a car and
yikes,
or truck and my dad has not been on his bike since. And when you told me about the rucking, and I've been doing it, and it seems like it is a great sport. There's no defense played, so let's dance that fine line, whether it's a sport or not. But but I'm like, Dad could easily throw on a backpack and put a 30-pound weight in it and go walk around he's tough.
Right.
He's so mentally tough. He could probably do it a lot longer than he really believes.
For sure.
So, Matt, I sent that Go Ruck stuff to you. You should check it out. I think it's something that you would love to do.
Right.
Brandon, he got me. Brandon and I are pretty simpatico. Wish he was a teacher. But most of the stuff that he likes, I like. Same with you. Guns, hunting,
Yeah,
Just
buddy.
the tough stuff he enjoyed.
Manly things.
Right.
Being a man,
Right.
like a slightly more evolved Neanderthal. Like that's where I like to put myself.
Right.
Like I'm not quite grunting and eating raw meat. I'm a little bit above that.
Right. Exactly. And then when I found out about the competitions and stuff, the Go Ruck competitions, the team competitions, I was like, "Ooh, Dad could easily do this." So
yeah.
I'm putting a buck.
Uno, dos, tres, Dad, cuatro.
I got a fifth. I already got a fifth. Grit's godfather's in, and he lives in Colorado.
There you go.
Then we got five. We got 5 people.
5-man team.
5-man team. I think they only need you to carry like a 20-pound ruck or something for dudes.
Oh man, that's lightweight right there.
What I kind of got into it, the team has to you divvy up the amounts of weights throughout the competition.
Okay, different things. So the one I'm looking at is the star course. There are some though that say like we each have to carry a 20-pound ruck, and then they have a 25-pound team weight that you take turns carrying. So like I'll take my shift with it, then I pass it off to Matt, then whatever. But they're different things though. So the one I'm most interested in right now is the star course, and that's where you get a list of places you need to hit, and they say like the 10K one, it's going to be plus or minus a K. They can't guarantee it's going to be right at 10, and you got 3 hours to hit the checkpoints. You take your phone with you. You need to take a picture with the landmark. They're typically military inspired, so I'm guessing here in Kansas City, you go to like the World War I monument, deals like that, and you need to get your picture with it with the timestamp and yada yada. Then the other one though is they have the Go Ruck Challenge. I forget they're called, but that's the one where they have like smoke sessions at the beginning. You're doing bear crawls with your ruck on, and then they put you in water and you get wet and sandy. They say like all the different shit you do with that. Like then you go on a ruck and you have to carry they call them your cadre. It's like your drill instructor. You carry your cadre like around like a chair or something, and like all the weird stuff. Then it's by the end of it you do a 10K with that. Plus you have to wear a weighted ruck. So it's just a different deal. That one's more fun, I think, but it's also like there's a lot of other exercises. Whereas the star course, it's just a timed checkpoint thing you have to do, and I think it's tactically based. Like they want you to get to and from where you need to be quickly, efficiently, map your stuff out, and get there. So it would be interesting. Down either way. I think they're all fantastic.
Go Ruck. I don't know what military division these guys were in, but they were clearly in the military.
Yeah, I believe the founder was a Ranger, maybe Army. I think Army. I'm positive.
Sounds about right. He sounds very Rangers lead the way.
I'm pretty sure younger-ish. Yeah, well.
Well, what Rangers don't know is they don't lead the way because the Marines are the first in combat every time. So you lead the way for the rest of the Army, I guess. I don't know.
Awesome.
I'm not dipping into that. I'm not dipping my toes in that pool.
There's only one America's 911 force, and it's the United States Marine Corps, baby.
Yeah.
Right. So, Matthew, you somehow managed to find a gym that you can work out by yourself at.
Slightly, yes. Yeah. So I had to change my internship from Free State High School because school was going to get shut down. Sports was going to get shut down. I just kind of saw the future of how everything's playing out with COVID, and I spoke to my advisors, and I was like, hey, I need to change this up. I can see it right now. Like I'm not going to be going back to school, but I need to do something. And they were like, yeah, come up with some options. Let me know. And then we'll discuss it from there. And I was like, well, there's a, CrossFit gym. I can work with the owner there on marketing and brand awareness, brand image, yada, yada, yada. And he was like, yeah, you know what? That sounds great. Go for it. So I started working at a CrossFit gym. I did about a week and a half before they had to close down. And now part of my internship is helping them doing like social media. They rent it out pseudo. They don't really rent out their equipment. They gave it out to the members so that the members could continue to do workouts. And then they make videos and they're on YouTube and they have weekly updates every Sunday. And I help out with all of that, whatever they need help done. cleaning equipment, constantly cleaning, making sure that everything's, you know, COVID free. And so as I'm as I'm doing that, I get to, you know, get a good workout in, get an hour and a half in the gym. I've been hitting Wendler pretty hard, so I've been getting my lift on and then hitting CrossFit and getting my workouts in.
That's good. That's good. Brandon, how many miles did you ruck today?
Today's been a really bad work day for me. I've had a lot of that. Like right now for the day, I am just under 10,000 steps and just under 5 miles total. So that my goal, I mean, at the very minimum, I set my goal at 7 miles a day for rucking and or just, you know, aerobic conditioning type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But at the bare minimum, I want to hit my 10,000 steps and I want to climb at least 100 feet of, you know, incline or whatever. So I'm at, right now with that, I'm at 270 feet climb today.
Yeah.
So good to get the heart rate up. Worse, I mean, like I feel glad to feel guilty right now for getting that amount of work in for a day that was kind of crap or work just slammed me.
Here's the thing that I like about rucking the most, and this is a good dude analogy. And when people hear this, they may not drink, and you know, I don't want to promote drinking, but I look at rucking. It's like the perfect like 4 to 6 beer buzz for how
Yeah.
you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
like I put the backpack on and my warm up from my house to Peterson is good, and then once I hit Peterson, I start to just really march it, and then my first line over I-70 is it's big wide steps and boom, and then it's heart rate at probably between 125 and 140 for me, which is my fat burning for the next hour and a half. And you sweat a lot, but you don't sweat like Matthew, like you and I do after our runs when we're just, you know, we go
right, just drenched in sweat
for 25 minutes straight. So it's good. I've enjoyed it, and it's a good break between the runs because I'm still running 5 to 6 miles. Now it's way more running than walking. I might walk for 10 minutes total. But
good.
3.8 to 6.4 is easy. And
hell yeah, that's awesome.
Worst case scenario, I'm running a marathon on my route December 5th, no matter what.
There you go.
I looked into the rucking, the marathon.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
they got ruck marathons. Yeah.
Well, no, I was talking about the St. Jude one.
Oh.
Like if I were to get out there and try to ruck it now, because it's a Boston Marathon qualifier race, they have a 6.5 hour time limit, and that puts you at about 14 minutes and 50 seconds and change mile pace. And a good, like the military standard is a 15-minute mile ruck pace, which is cooking. Like you've done it, Nolan, a few times now. 15 minutes cooking, like it's almost a slow jog.
Yeah, we have to maintain a 4.2 to 4.5 mile per hour pace with 75 pounds of gear for 12, 15 miles. That's like a standard pace on a hike if we go and do one.
Right.
Or at least that's what I take the midshipman through at the ROTC. If we're going to go do a 9-mile hike, the pace is 4.5 miles per hour with 75 pounds of gear in
so that's a 13
full camis, full camis and boots.
Isn't that?
I don't know what it translates to in what's my mile time. I just know I have like my phone will tell me my miles per hour, and my watch, if I wear it, it'll tell me my average miles per hour pace. And I'll just look down at my watch and it's like, oh, I'm at 4.3. Well, I need to step it up a little bit. And hills kind of take it out of you. You hit a hill and you're like, you look down and you're at like 2.75 and you're like, well, shit, this hill's steep as hell. Like I need to, when I hit the downhill on this, I'm going to be cooking it. And there's times where I've definitely been hiking and it's like, you're at 7 miles an hour and you're like, oh, I'm going to die if I fall down this hill. But yeah, 4.5 is about standard.
That's 13 minutes and 20 seconds a mile.
Yeah.
75 pounds on your back for 12 miles.
Yeah.
I'm doing a 30. That's
yeah. Yeah. That's the standard. That's the Marine Corps standard. If you're going to, like, we call it it's a forced march, because you'll never be in combat and have to walk 15 miles with 75 pounds of gear. If I have to go 15 miles with 75 pounds, I'm going to call a truck and I'm going to get in the back of a truck and they're going to drive me to where I need to go. In combat, hopefully you're not moving that great of a distance at that kind of speed. You go on a patrol and you're only moving at 2 to 2.5 because somebody's behind a corner, they're going to shoot you or whatever. You got to shoot them. It plays out differently, but for endurance and training, forced marches, yeah, we'll do. Introductory is 3 miles with 25 pounds. And then from there, we progress to what would be the culminating event. The culminating event is 15 miles, 4.5 miles per hour with 75 pounds in a pack. Was that?
How many guys?
25.
So you all are there like pushing each other and stuff. And
Yep. Everybody has an M16, their rifle, no flak jacket, no Kevlar helmet, just a pack and a rifle, and we get cooking.
God dang, that's cooking, man.
And we'll stop after about the first 5 minutes. We'll stop so that we can adjust the pack and make sure that it's sitting on your back properly. We got there's hip straps on our pack, so it has to tighten down a certain way to make it functional for you. But after that first stop, after 5 minutes, we don't stop until we hit, the 7.5 mile mark. We take a 5-minute break and then we put the packs back on and we hike it out for the rest 7.5 miles at the same relative pace. We try and average between 4.25 and 4.5 miles an hour.
Well, I guess you know what you got to do to get to that point, Brandon.
Hey, I got a 75-pound pack in my garage if you want to come test it out.
Oh, believe me, I got my 30-pounder, and I'm telling you, like, where I'm at, I'll say this, like, I'm not a Marine, and my trail that I'm on it's very rocky, and there are a lot of roots out there and stuff.
Right.
I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't want to necessarily. I know where it's flat and dry and it's not all crappy. I will hook it up. I'll try to run and stuff too. But I've also read that you're not supposed to run with a weighted pack on your back. It's all bad for your knees and your joints and stuff.
It's really bad. It's really bad for your knees if you're not doing it right. Especially if you're landing like heel toe, and you're not using the suspension of your body itself. It's just horrible for you. But the Marine Corps doesn't care about that. So
correct. I would love to work with you though, Matt, and just to get some pointers, your technique sucks here. Here's what you can do. That I want to get the technique right, and then slowly, but Nolan and I talked to this off the air last time. I don't think I'm gonna next week. Now I'm hitting 14 minutes. No, you gotta slowly but surely get your time down. Start extending the weight. It's all good. Weightlifting. I'm not going to bench press 400 pounds overnight either. It takes a year or two. And I'm 35 years old. I'm not getting any younger. But that was my goal with it. And I am getting better at it. Getting the right boots helped. I know Nolan had some issues with his footwear.
Yep.
So listening, get the right freaking shoes. Don't get running shoes because you're not running. You're not doing a heel toe strike when you run. They call it a ruck march. It's more of a fast walk, slow shuffle kind of move, and your whole foot goes down, not the heel toe strike. And running shoes are set for heel toe. So, or actually, no, I take that back. Running shoes are set to run on your forefoot, right? I'm not a runner. I
think you're supposed to land on your forefoot when you're running and creating that circular motion of landing on your forefoot constantly. I think. So I'm not a very good runner, so
it's heel toe. It's heel toe.
Is it?
Yeah, because sprinting is forefoot, but long distance running is heel toe.
It's still a technique for rucking, and you also have a weight. your posture matters an awful lot. Now, if you're just a 1 or 2 mile ruck with 10 pounds on your back, you could probably do whatever you want. But if you're trying to go 5 miles even, but for sure up to 15 plus, you'll start feeling if you're off over that.
Oh yeah. If your weight isn't like packed if your pack isn't prepared properly, you know, if the weight is a little off center or it's too low or something like that, like you won't notice it for the first mile or two, but around mile 3 or 4, you're going to be like, man, this is like my left shoulder is killing me. I don't know why my right shoulder feels so good. It's like, well, because all your weight's on that side, man. Like you didn't do it right, you know? So, and that's part of the reason why we do what we do at the ROTC, to teach these kids how to pack a pack properly, how to wear it properly. Like there's 15 different clips on this thing. Well, they only use 3 because they don't know what the other 12 are for. And we got to tell them like, hey, this clip on your shoulder does something very specific for your pack. So if you tighten your straps down and then you clip this in and like, there's a lot to it, you know? And it definitely, if you want to put a heavy load on your back, your pack definitely has to have a hip strap or a hip band or something that you can help take the load off your shoulders and place it on your hips, because it'll definitely save your shoulders and your back in the long run.
What pack do you use? Just like, is it the Alice? Is that right, or is that the old one?
That's the old pack, and I'll be honest with you, I absolutely love the Alice pack with that metal frame. That thing is absolutely amazing. It sits high on your back, right where you want it to. But we don't use that pack anymore. That's kind of like if you purchase it on your own accord and you want to go ruck with it, by all means, go for it. But we use it's like a Molly 2 pack. It doesn't have a hard frame inside of it. It's just the pack itself. There was the Molly 1, which had a plastic frame that the Marine Corps used for a little while, but we got rid of it because the plastic frame broke way too easily, and you kept having to switch it out, and you couldn't wear the pack without the frame. You had to have it. So the Molly 2 now that we have it's okay. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it works.
Could you use the Alice? Could you use the Alice pack if you really wanted to? Sorry.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, again, like I loved the Alice pack. I had it in boot camp.
No, I meant as a soldier, could you use the Alice pack? You got to use.
No, I have to take. We go to the consolidated issuing facility. We call it SIF, and we get issued very specific gear. We're not really allowed to use outside gear. For a while there, when I was going to Iraq, there was gear that you could purchase that was better than what we were getting issued. And then the problem came that like people were getting injured or they were dying, unfortunately. And then the Marine Corps, the government would say like, well, we're not going to pay your SGLI, or we're not going to pay for your medical bills because you use unauthorized gear. So it became pretty much a big no-no to go out and buy your own stuff and then use it. And so at this point in time, no, I mean, I would love to use an Alice pack, but it's not worth, the hassle of me getting yelled at by somebody.
Yeah, well, that's good to know. Like, because I went out and got the GR1, the Go Ruck like flagship.
Okay.
They do. It's nice. It's also good for everyday use too. Like it looks like a high-end backpack that also, it does have the Molly webbing on it, so you can put all the different tactical stuff. No one's more into the tactical and concealed carry stuff. But you would look taking that thing on campus with a laptop and your books and notebooks and stuff in it too. The thing I like, it does have it doubles as a laptop holder and also for the ruck plates. So, but I don't know, like for the Alice packs, I doubt that you guys are, I mean, maybe for training purposes, but you got plenty of your own weight to put in there. But for just duffers like me, like I need to buy the 30-pound ruck plate. And, there are people online too that have different systems for properly securing it, so it is high and tight right between your shoulder blades.
Mm-hmm.
That, so it's not flopping around. That hurts. Like like
if it's not secure tight to your body, you're going to get you're going to get that rash, that heat rash, and you're going to get rubbed wrong the whole way. And
and Nolan had
no bueno.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that with kettlebells. Even one time, it'd be just slapping your ass the whole time.
Well, my tactical bag I basically created a cylinder on my back. I just tightened all the Molly 2 straps, and I just wrenched them down, and it basically sat down the middle of my back. And then I put one kettlebell in right side up, and I put one kettlebell in upside down, and it just kind of sat there in the middle. But now I've got my ruck plates. So
I mean, I can't wait to train with you guys. That's gonna be so much fun to. I mean, maybe just me and Nolan, because Matt's gonna just crush us. He's probably the 14-minute mile pace has already got me cowering over here. But no,
well, it's part of his job, so we don't have to feel that guilty.
no, I know, but it would be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of was. I mean, like I was indoctrinated with all of this stuff in boot camp. I didn't really have a choice. They weren't like, "Hey, man, like if you want to go a little bit slower, you can." You know, it was like, keep up, bitch. Like you have to go.
And I love that. Like honestly, like I think I want to train a little bit more and get more competent and proficient at it. But I'm in for starting to get better at this and learn better technique. It's the exact opposite to me to weightlifting, powerlifting especially. Like Nolan said though, it is like a 3 or 4 beer buzz for some of us lightweights. Like it's the right amount. Like you can do this, and like it's just challenging. I'm like, I could go like running for me. I definitely hit that wall at certain points. Like I think I'm done running. Like there you go to that thing. That is beautiful.
So this is like what my pack looks like essentially. You know, we got my ISO mat for sleeping on the ground. My little camp stool that I can take out and take a seat, which I never do. I don't take this thing apart ever since I put it together. I haven't taken it apart once. Camelback with my drinking tube on the side so I can drink water while I'm going out. You can see like here's my hip strap. It's a big old, padded thing that I can wrench. I can wrench it down so that it sits properly where it needs to be. But then as you can tell, like I have all these straps. I got a chest cinch. We got the regular cinch over here. We got straps up top to help keep it, high position on the shoulders where you want it. There's straps everywhere on this thing, man. It's a monster. But this is essentially what we issue to everybody, what they get issued, and then you just take it out and do whatever you got to do. So I mean, it's a pack. I don't know if you want to buy something like this. This thing's huge, man. Like I could fit my daughter in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna have to change those colors if you end up going to China there, buddy.
Oh no.
Well, this pack is an older generation. We don't use it in the fleet anymore. That's why we have it here at the ROTC. This is like Gen 1 of Molly 2. In the fleet, I forget what the name of the pack is, but it's all camo. Not camo, I'm sorry. It's all coyote brown. Hang on, I'm trying to change my camera.
Coyote brown's not going to work in China either. You got to have a whole new color.
I don't know. I don't know what color pack we would use. I mean, I've never been to China, so I don't know. If we're in a forest, my Disney might work out well.
I heard China is great. Only part of China I've been to is way too many people, way too many buildings, way too much smog. But
yeah, we don't have urban camouflage in the Marine Corps, so
there you go.
Brandon, maybe I'll just take a knee in a bush in front of a building.
You're too big. I'm sure the bushes there aren't that big. Well, now I'm going to get in trouble. I should stop. So, Brandon, you got a heart out, right?
I can do a couple more minutes if you guys can. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Well, I mean, midweek check-in. Have we stuck to our goals for the week? I haven't stuck to the push-up goals. I did 100 push-ups today. I think I did 60 2 days ago. I didn't do any yesterday. Tomorrow, the goal. I can't get up early anymore, Matt. I've tried. I even tried early, like 6 o'clock. I just can't do it.
I'm not gonna lie. I've completely altered my entire sleeping schedule. I go to bed at like 11:30. Try to fall asleep by like midnight 30. I don't wake up until 8 in the morning anymore.
Yeah.
Like none of this go to bed early, wake up early crap. It's like, you know what? I'm kind of tired at midnight. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now, and then I wake up whenever I wake up, and that's when I get up and I get my day going at that point. So. I don't want to say that COVID made me lazy, but COVID is helping me get 7 hours of sleep a night.
That I have been getting the sleep, but I cannot I can't go to bed till 11, 12 either, and I don't get up till 8, 9 o'clock when I have to go to work.
Yeah.
So
right. Even when I'm like, even though like I am working out and I'm still physically exerting myself and I'm trying to make myself tired throughout the day, I feel like no matter what I do, it's not enough for me to be like, oh man, it's 8:30. I'm just gassed. I'm going to go to sleep. Like it's never happens.
yeah.
I could wake up and bike 10 miles and then come home and eat breakfast, and then, lift weights and then do a CrossFit exercise and then come home and mow the lawn. And then 10 o'clock hits and I'm like, hey, do you want to go watch a movie? Like, I got 3 hours left in me, man. Like, let's do it. I don't know. It's just,
I think
but
it's
I mean,
just,
when I do fall asleep, I get that 7-8 hours of sleep now. So I'm kind of happy about that.
I think that mental stress of the workday has left a lot of people, and they find they have a lot more energy.
Yeah.
I was going to say about that too. So like the whole 9 to 5, 5 days a week thing, like Matt probably doesn't deal with that quite as much in his line of work. But so maybe this would sound more familiar. I don't know. But the point that I'm getting at is this. I now set it up where like I want to get 5 miles today. I don't need to get up at 4 in the morning to do it, but I need to get, if I don't hit my goal, is when I feel guilty. But when I start saying, I need to wake up at 4 and do it, and then I don't, that's not my day off wrong. If that makes any sense. So it's like philosophy with all this, like, oh, I'm going to work from home, set my own hours, and stations when I want. First, people I can, I know what work I need to get done today. I'm going to budget my time and be flexible in that. I found myself getting the goals more often. I like having a hard time like getting up at 4 or 6 in the morning. And if that was something I would feel stressed.
What in the world is that noise?
I don't know what that is.
You need a microphone, man. You need to put some headphones on with a microphone.
I got a microphone on. It's not my house.
No, it's Brandon. He sounds like he's in a fishbowl.
I do? Oh no.
Yeah.
Also
half of everything you said like cut in and out. Just saying.
Oh man.
You were better earlier when you were sitting further back from the computer. I
also feel like I'm just backed up with my allergies are terrible right now. There's all this pollen and crap in the air.
Yeah.
But,
you sound much better now.
I just did a buttload of yard chemical and killing things, and so
nice. Hey, so I do want to tell you though before we leave really quick. Ever since I started working at Call Valley CrossFit for my internship, I mentioned to them about doing the fundraiser for You and Grit for the marathon. I pitched them the idea of the workout to do on a Saturday. They usually have 2 classes, a 9 a.m., which is a members class, and then a noon class, which is free to everybody. Eventually, when they open back up, they're psyched about it. They want to do it.
Okay.
They want You and Grit to come by, introduce yourself, talk a little bit about Grit and everything, and then hang out. You can do the workout at noon if you want. We're going to probably make it like a partner, modified type workout at noon. The more people, the merrier. They definitely want, however you would take donations for the money that you're raising. They want to be able to post that up on their website, post it up on Facebook, and get, as much money as they possibly can for You and for Grit. So after all this crap passes, and we get to open the gym back up, they're definitely excited about doing a Grit workout, a Grit WOD. We're going to call it Grit, and it's all based off of his name and how old he is when he was born. All of the movements are based off his name, and the numbers of the movements we're going to be doing are based off his age and when he was born and everything like that. So it'll be really awesome to get everybody out there. And, obviously we need to spread the word, put it on the podcast, put it on, social media, let people know. Saturday, whatever day they do it on Saturday at noon, it's free to everybody to come and work out. So
I'm in. Brandon, you in for a CrossFit workout?
Heck yeah, let's do it.
If you're here for Team Grit, you don't have a choice. You're coming. Let's go.
I've really the rucking, all of it. Like I was all in on powerlifting, but you know what? There's a lot of good stuff out there in CrossFit. there's good stuff. I know I've made a lot of jokes at CrossFit.
Yeah, it's funny. It's still funny. It's funny.
People are
There's dudes that drink the Kool-Aid, man, and even I'm like, bro, you need to ease up on like, whoo.
I mean, every community has that crap.
There's Joe Schmoes out there that go to CrossFit boxes and they're decked out to the gills, you know, thinking that they're going to the games. Like I'm a games competitor, and it's like, man, you have to scale workouts, bro. Like you're not that good. Calm down, you know. So I do love CrossFit. I think there's massive benefits in to be able to move heavy weight fast, as long as you do it safely and don't hurt yourself. It's different from conventional weightlifting, and it's better than running. I would rather do CrossFit than run.
I'd rather do most things than run. The marathon was a big challenge for me, and I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree, and that's why I think rucking is a good combination of all of it. I think that's one thing, the three of us, the thing we have some level of familiarity with, and as always, I try to leave the listeners with something like to take away from a conversation like this. Like all this talk about rucking, and I've got this pack, and Matt showed it. It doesn't matter. Go find a backpack you've got in your closet. Put a couple of texts in it. Here's the math on this, is like it'll make sense to you. So say you're a 200-pound person, and you put 20 pounds in your back. Now you're a 220-pound person, and this simple calories in, calories out kind of stuff. Heavier burn more energy moving than lighter people do. So you are artificially inflating your body weight essentially and burning more calories over the same distance. And like Nolan said, you don't really, it's not like, oh, I'm dying. Like, it's just like, oh, it's a little bit harder right now, but it's not harder. So you can go even further. So you can put 2 hours in with that weight on your back. Anybody can do this. You don't need a special pack. Just any old backpack, a textbook will do, or some rocks. Doesn't matter.
Hey, if your kid's not going to school right now, you got a backpack right there.
Yes,
that's right.
And get after it. It's something everybody can do. You can all walk for 60 minutes, listen to an audio book.
Yeah.
And you'll be working your brain and your body. You can be borderline free. You got a backpack.
Put a gallon of water in your kid's backpack and go walk around.
Yep.
Drink it too. So like it's win-win. So
all right, fellas.
All right, guys.
All right.
It's good talking. I miss you guys.
We'll talk to you guys in a couple days.
All righty, sounds good.
All right.
Yeah.
Later.
See ya.